Hey everyone, welcome back to another commentary. Today we'll be going over a lot once again, so I've been really busy recently and haven't really had time for making videos, but I should be able to get back to my usual upload schedule now, and there shouldn't be any more periods of weeks upon weeks of no uploads anymore. So, today we'll be going over the recent update to the game, Outlaw Shadow, and Gladiator Knuckles. So we'll start with the update. So this update was mainly a bug fix update, but it had two major changes with it. So the first change was character stats. So now character stats are out of 100 instead of out of 10. And it was said in the Hardlight server that no characters were buffed or nerfed in terms of stats with this update, and that these new numbers are translated from the old numbers. So this also makes it a bit confusing because it's hard to tell where the range of numbers is for 10 speed, where the range of numbers is for 9 speed, etc. And also some characters have the same stat in certain categories, even though they had different stats before this update. So for example, Metal Sonic before this update had 9 out of 10 speed, and they translated 9 out of 10 speed to 95 out of 100 speed with the new update. But with Boz Cage Sonic had 10 speed before this update, and they translated 10 out of 10 speed to 95 out of 100 speed with the new update. So now that just makes it confusing, because how do Boz Cage and Metal Sonic have the same speed stat now if they have different speed stats before the update? So it's a little confusing, and with Classic Supersonic had 9 out of 10 speed before the update, and now he has 96 out of 100 speed, which is higher than Boz Cage's 95 out of 100, even though Boz Cage's speed stat was higher than Classic Supersonic's speed stat before this update. So it's just a little confusing. I feel like they need to clarify where the range of numbers is from before the update to now. What numbers are for 10 speed, what numbers are for 9 speed, because it's a little confusing on how to tell what a character's actual stats are now. But yeah, that's the stats change. Then the next big change with this update was a nerf to Dashpads. So before this update, if you got hit right before going on a Dashpad, you would be able to use the Dashpad to help pick yourself back up and gain some speed right off the bat from the Dashpad to help yourself get back to max speed faster. But now, with this update, if you get hit right before a Dashpad, you won't get any speed from the Dashpad, which kinda sucks. And I don't know why they did this, because it was really nice before to be able to pick yourself back up after getting hit by using a Dashpad right after to give yourself a big speed boost and help yourself get back up to top speed. But now you can't do that. And this just doesn't just affect getting hit before Dashpads. This also affects being frozen. So if you're frozen and you go on a Dashpad, before the update you'd still get the Dashpad speed even if you were frozen. But now you don't get any speed from Dashpads while frozen, which is really annoying. And this also goes for lockup and gift wrapped and any other type of item that freezes you in place and you can't jump or slide or switch lanes. So it's really annoying. I don't know why they made this change, and this change also extends to Darkspine Sonic. So before the update, and all throughout Darkspine's lifespan in this game, going on a Dashpad and using one of his items would allow you to cancel his slowdown mechanic and allow you to maintain speed during using his items, which was a good mechanic. It allowed for a lot of strategy with Darkspine Sonic. You could decide, okay, do I want to use Gathered Flame now where there's no Dashpads around, or do I want to wait for a Dashpad where it's safer to use my item so I don't have to slow down? But now, even if you go on a Dashpad, using one of Darkspine's items will now cancel all your Dashpad speed and you'll slow down. Same goes for using his boost, because his boost also has a slowdown at the start of it. So now, if you can't really use his items on Dashpads at all, because you'll just be sabotaging yourself, basically. which is kind of annoying, and it kind of takes a lot of the fun out of Darkspine's kit. Because I've always really enjoyed Darkspine Sonic since release, and I still really like his slowdown mechanic, but now that you don't have the option of strategizing to cancel the slowdown with Dashpads, it kind of makes Darkspine Sonic not that great of a character now. I mean, he wasn't really the best with the current meta, because you know the current meta is all about mini boosts, like the extreme gears are going crazy, you've got movie Super Shadow doing his thing still. So Darkspine Sonic already wasn't the greatest in the current meta, but now this kinda just makes him worse, which is sad. Honestly, I really don't like the Dashpad change, and I think they should revert it, but it just is what it is. At this point, I just hope they'll like make a change to Darkspine Sonic to where that you can at least cancel slowdowns again, because that was part of the fun of his kit to me. But it is what it is right now. All I can do is hope for them to revert it or make another change. But that's pretty much it for the update. So now we'll move on to the new characters. So we'll start with Outlaw Shadow. So Outlaw Shadow is our newest Western themed character that goes with Sheriff Sonic. And Outlaw Shadow is a really strong character. So Lucky Horseshoe is a reskin of Chow Attack, but it gets pickups. So it's more so similar to Sir Gawain. So the way I look at Outlaw Shadow is he's basically just a overall better version of Sir Gawain. So Lucky Horseshoe gets a chance of 2 and a chance of 3 when you level it up, and it also has a chance of 2 even without any upgrades. So he can spam this a lot, and this attack is pretty difficult to see. It doesn't have that much visual effects on it, so it can be pretty difficult to see, especially when it's coming backwards. So I think they should probably give it better visual effects, and I think X3 pickups is a bit too much on a boomerang attack that has this much range. So I think they should probably get rid of X3 on the projectile and just cap it at X2. And also, another thing about Lucky Horseshoe is that it originally didn't have pickups, because like if you go back and look at the showcases from like the Hardlight Ambassadors, like I didn't see any instances of him getting pickups in those videos, but I guess they like shadow buffed him before his release because they realized he wouldn't have been that good. And this also extends to his boost. His boost is really good. It's got a really long duration, especially on higher levels, and it's got good speed, and if you hit someone, you'll steal rings from them, so it's a really good boost. I feel like they should probably nerf the duration or speed on it, because I feel like the boost is a bit too good. Again, referencing back to the original showcases, the boost originally didn't have this long of a duration, but they seem to have like buffed it right before his release, because again, they probably realized he wouldn't have been that great of a character before his release. And now they made him like super strong, so he definitely could use some toning down. He's not the worst thing in the world. I don't think he's like a super overpowered character, but he is really, really annoying to race against. So I think he definitely could use some toning down. But overall, I'd say Outlaw Shadow is a pretty fun character to play as, but yeah, definitely could use some toning down. And now we'll go over Gladiator Knuckles, who is the most recent new character. And he's got a really cool design. I love his design. So, Flail of Disaster is similar to Whirlwind Wallop from Paladin Amy. So, you do a little AoE spin, and then you launch a projectile forward. But it doesn't have a trap with it, like Whirlwind Wallop. You know how Whirlwind Wallop will stop after a while and become a trap? Flail of Disaster doesn't do that. Instead, the projectile has much longer range. And it also does good damage, and it gets pickups. So it's a quite good projectile, especially for front running. I think this character thrives with front running, and he isn't that great when he's behind, mainly because of his boost, which we'll get to in a second. But his projectile can be used for stopping people from passing you, of course. Of course, unless their boost is invincible. If their boost is invincible, you're not going to be able to hit them. And also, the AoE and the projectile have different hitboxes. So if someone shields your AoE, you can still hit them with the projectile after the AoE. And then now we'll go to his boost, Champion's Chariot, which is similar to SS Supermarine or Chopper Boost. And it's not that great of a boost because it has that delay at the start of it where you stop in place to get on the chariot and then you boost forward. And this boost is not invincible, so it's not as good as Chopper Boost. Chopper Boost is the best out of all of these type of boosts because Chopper Boost is invincible, while SS Supermarine and Champion's Chariot aren't invincible. So it leaves you quite vulnerable during the startup delay, and the boost itself has pretty good speed, but the delay kind of just makes it difficult to catch up really fast with him. It's more so of a catch up over time rather than an instant catch up because, you know, the delay at the start of the boost. But overall, I think this character is a good front runner, but not the best when he's behind. Hopefully, they'll probably have to buff Champion's Chariot maybe a little bit. But honestly, the issue of these boosts is just the delays. If they could like completely remove the delays from Champion's Chariot and SS Supermarine, it would make these type of boosts like way better. But we'll have to see if they ever make that change. So anyways, that's about everything I need to talk about. So we're going to use Outlaw Shadow and Gladiator Knuckles. So let's see how these races go. We've also got an upcoming change to the game where they're going to be increasing levels for characters. So now characters won't be stopping at level 16. Now levels will go up to level 20, which is going to be really interesting. And I'm also a bit worried about this update because it's going to basically be saying like, okay, if you maxed a character at level 16, your character is not going to be maxed anymore. But I plan on making a full video going over my initial thoughts on this level 20 thing and my first impressions, because we don't have a lot of info now, but I just want to make a video on what I'm worried about, what I think could be good, and what I think could possibly be bad from this change. So expect that video in the future, but hopefully the change won't be a complete disaster. Okay, I've lost Clutch Boost by the Extreme Gear, as usual. Outlaw Shadow is pretty fun to play as. He's got good combos with E-Mine and Lucky Horseshoe, because you can place an E-Mine and then shoot a Lucky Horseshoe in the open lane, which is a good combo. It's similar to like Dragon Hunter Lancelot's Storm Clouds plus Red Dragon combo, except with this combo you can actually jump over it, rather than Dragon Hunter Lancelot's where you just completely can't avoid it unless you have a shield or you perfect dodge it. And insta-hitbox door from Sheriff Sonic, as usual. Perfect dodge that lockup. Okay, Sheriff Sonic definitely wants a boost here, so I gotta watch out for that, but I also have a boost, so that's good. Okay, got Vampire Shadow. And yeah, as you can see, I have X2 pickups even though I don't have... Oh, got hit by Lasso. Even though I don't have any upgrades on this character. Ooh. Okay, second again. Got hit by Jack-O-Lantern right at the end there. Could have won if I didn't go into that lane there. That was my mistake. Okay, now let's switch to Gladiator Knuckles real quick. We'll do 2 races with Gladiator Knuckles, then I'll do 1 more race with each of them at the end. Let's see how these Gladiator Knuckles races go. Hopefully I can get the lead, because being behind with this character is not the best. But yeah, as you can see, AoE and then projectile. And the projectile has a really good range. And now I'm behind. So yeah, here's Champion's Chariot. It's got a pretty good duration, but that startup delay just sort of kills the boost most of the time. Let's see if I can snipe someone with Flail of Disaster. Yep, I got Outlaw Shadow. Nice. Okay. Got Outlaw Shadow again. I need to hit that Tikal in first place. Speaking of Tikal, she's going to be getting her first variant soon, Fairy Tikal. That's going to be really nice. Why is Detective Vector targeting me? I'm not in first. Okay, got second. But yeah, it'll be really cool to finally get a new Tikal variant. Hopefully they'll start doing more variants for characters that don't have them. I'm personally hoping for a Tangle variant. Because, you know, I love IDW characters. IDW's a good comic book. Y'all should read it. Let's see how this next race goes. Oh, we've got Movie Super Shadow. Okay, I'm gonna gatekeep him. Okay, if I can get Flail of Disaster. Okay, he got hit there. Okay, he's right behind me. Couldn't hit him there. Need to hit Movie Super Shadow one more time. Let me see. Got him. Okay. He should be gone now, hopefully. He's got a mini boost though, so I won't be surprised if he somehow manages to catch up. They still need to nerf that Chaos Blast again. I still hate that item. Okay. Yeah, Movie Super Shadow's gaining on us still. Okay, we all hit each other. That's not good. Okay, second again. A lot of second places in this video, huh? Okay, I'll do one more with Outlaw and one more with Gladiator. Let's see how these last races go. Okay, another Outlaw, Gladiator, and Zaz. Let's see how these races go. Okay, gotta watch out for stars. Got Zaz. Okay. Got those two, but the other outlaw's right here, yeah. Let me try to get a boost real quick. Okay, perfect. Okay, they both got hit, so now I have a boost, and I'm in first, which is great. Okay, got Zaz. Let's go ahead and boost. And nice, we got the win. Okay, one more Gladiator race. Let's see how this final race will go. Level 13 movie Super Shadow Max Neo and level 15 movie Sonic. Okay. I think I'm kind of dead here, but I'll do my best. I'm going to try to gatekeep movie Super Shadow and let the Neo mini boost away. Because that's kind of what you should do against a movie Super Shadow. Someone should gatekeep him, and if there's a mini boost character, you should just let that mini boost character go so that you guys can get boosts and boost ahead. Okay, I think movie Super Shadow disconnected. That's good for me. Zap Trap. Okay. Okay. well, we got second place again. A lot of second places in this video, huh? Alright, well, that'll do it for this commentary. Hope you guys enjoyed. Overall, I think the recent update to the game was okay. The stats changes could use some clarifying, and I don't really care for the Dashpad's change, especially since it makes Darkspine Sonic worse. Outlaw Shadow's a great character, could probably use some toning down, and Gladiator's a balanced character, could maybe use a boost buff. See you guys in the next commentary.